Hey folks, welcome to our MJA podcast. We are excited to announce this is a series called MJA News Spots. This is MJA News Spot Part 1. MJA was in the process of adding 3 new cases to our case files by the end of the year. Our staff even had voted on one of the cases. In the process of doing that, some of the favors were called in that we owed. Because of the location of the cases, MJA will be adding 5 new cases to our case files, and a big factor is the locations. They are located to where we are already working in some of the same areas. 4 of these cases our staff didn't have to vote on because we owed someone a favor. In return, MJA is looking for 3 volunteers to add to our staff. Anyone interested should email us at this email address, mja_inc@hotmail.com, or call 518-310-1479. MJA adds 5 new missing person cases to our case files. Those cases being Case 1, missing Janice K. Sanders. The 24-year-old white female went missing on July 20th, 1975 from Niles, Michigan, located in Berrien County. Sanders was wearing jewelry, gold earrings, a gold watch with a black leather band. Janice Sanders was last employed as a waitress at Pete's Patio Restaurant in the city of Niles. The 24-year-old was last seen leaving this location during the late early hours of July 20th, 1975. The last person to have seen Janice Sanders alive was her estranged boyfriend, with whom she had just broken off the relationship. On July 21st, 1975, Janice Sanders was reported missing by a family member. On August 5th, 1975, a vehicle registered to Sanders was located in a parking lot of the Holiday Inn located at 930 South 11th Street in Niles, Michigan. Foul play is suspected. Anyone with information concerning this case, please contact the Michigan State Police at 269-683-4411. Case 2, missing Bernice Charlotte Gray. The 24-year-old white female went missing on December 26, 1991 from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, located in Macomb County. Bernice Grace disappeared from St. Clair Shores after dropping off her daughter at the daycare center. The 24-year-old Gray never showed up at work as a medical records clerk in Southfield. Gray's bloodstained car was found 4 days later on the Detroit's east side with 2 empty bullet casings in it. DNA tests later proved the blood in Bernice's car matched her own. A witness testified that he heard a gunshot that morning. Macomb County Medical Examiner ruled Gray was murdered based on the shell casings and the amount of blood in her car. Investigators believe Gray was shot twice in the head at a stop sign on Gordon and Florence about 6:30 on December 26, 1991. Gray's purse was found about 7 o'clock on the day she disappeared near Interstate 94 and Chalmers in Detroit. Investigators and relatives dug up fields in Macomb County, probed canals along Lake St. Clair, and searched sewers and abandoned houses in Detroit over the next few years. Robert Pan, Bernice's ex-boyfriend, had been the prime suspect in the case since shortly after Gray's disappearance. He was convicted of attempted murder of his ex-wife in 1996 and was sentenced to 6 years in prison. In April 2000, he was charged with first-degree murder with the connection of Bernice Gray's death. Pan was found guilty of murdering Gray in 1991 and disposing of her body. In 1993, Pan was charged with filing a false police report after he told police a backhoe he owned was missing. The same backhoe later was found near a 17.5-acre site at Hoover and Topher. Gray's family believes she is buried somewhere near the site. If you have any information concerning this case, please contact the St. Clair Shores Police Department at 586-445-5300. Case 3. Missing Daisy Bell Marshall. The 46-year-old white female vanished without a trace on June 15, 1993 from Evansville, Indiana, located in Vandenberg County. Daisy Marshall has been missing since June of 1993. Marshall's former husband told police he had saw her around 1400 hours on July 15, 1993, before he laid down to take a nap. When he woke, she was missing. The couple had divorced in early of 1993, but he had moved into her apartment in April. Daisy was reported missing by her daughter a week later when she failed to appear at a family gathering. Her ex-husband was seen driving Marshall's black Corvette days after her disappearance. Her purse, jewelry, money, and medicine was found inside her home. Marshall quit her job as a bartender the day before her disappearance. Her former husband was tried for her murder in 1999, even though her body was never found. The jury found him not guilty after deliberating for several hours. If you have any information concerning this case, please contact the Evansville Police Department, Detective Tony Mayhew at 812-436-7979. Case 4. Missing Trudy Leanne Appleby. The 11-year-old white female vanished without a trace on August 21, 1996 from Moline, Illinois, located in Scott County. Appleby was last seen in Moline, Illinois on August 21, 1996. She was last seen getting into an older four-door silver or gray vehicle with an unknown white male. The male was described as being in his 20s with brown curly hair. Trudy's father first noticed something was wrong when he came home from work and things were exactly as he had left them. Police first thought Appleby had ran away. She didn't take any of her money. She didn't take anything except a swimming suit and a towel. The family believe they know who is responsible for her disappearance. A friend of the family who is a convicted child molester. He is now in jail on unrelated charges. A neighbor spotted Trudy inside the car but couldn't identify who she was with. Anyone with info about this case, contact the Moline Police Department Missing Persons Unit Sergeant Mike Hutton at 309-797-0401. Case 5. Missing Heather Dawn Mullins Zimmerman. The 19-year-old white female vanished without a trace on May 26, 1997, from Gifford, Illinois, located in Champaign County. Heather Dawn Mullen Zimmerman was last seen going to a party at a mobile home park off of 136 just outside of Ratul on Memorial Day weekend. Heather left all her personal belongings at home. Her purse had been stolen shortly before her disappearance, and she was not carrying any credit cards, cash, or identification as a result. The 19-year-old was employed as a clerk at Casey's store in 1997. She never retrieved her paycheck. Her husband was enlisted in the U.S. Marines and stationed in Japan. He had come home on leave for a short time, but since they were separated at the time, Heather resided with her parents in Gifford, Illinois. Extensive searches of the area produced no clues as to Heather's whereabouts. It is uncharacteristic of her to leave without warning. The 19-year-old Heather did not have access to a vehicle at the time of her disappearance. A remembrance stone in Gifford's Rosler Memorial Park was dedicated by her parents on the 10th anniversary of her disappearance. Anyone with any info on this case, contact the Champaign County Sheriff's Department at 217-384-1213. At a later date, MJA will issue case file numbers for these cases and post these cases on several websites that we post on. I have a quote for our listeners. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Thomas A. Edison. That's the end of tonight's MJA News Spot Part 1. My name is Mark, and good night from Plattsburgh, New York.